from Cincinnati. You're listening to the Ringside Reporter podcast. All the news from the world of boxing right here.
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you.
Now, here's your host, Eric Lorda.
And we are live. Welcome to the Ringside Reporter Show, where we talk about the latest boxing news. If it's related to boxing, we'll talk about it here. My name is Eric Lorda, and I'm here with my co-host, Joe Habib. We got a great show for you today, and if you want to call in, 570-530-8316. Let's get it started. Beeb, Fox Sports Australia. This one kind of flew under the radar, no?
It did, but it got a lot of social media play because of the ending. And
pay-per-view, by the way.
Yeah.
$70.
Fuck out of here.
Did Robert pay for this? I don't even know where you found it on pay-per-view.
Yeah, I don't even know if Robert had it available.
I looked at the schedules. I looked at the schedules the other day. I didn't even see this fight listed, but I remember going over it. You know what I mean? But I didn't see it listed. $70.
Out of control.
Nikita Tszyu versus Michael Zerafa. $70? Really? $70 for that, babe.
Crazy.
Come on, man. Right?
Crazy.
Come on, stop it, man.
Well, I bet you a lot of Australians bought it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, when I was looking at the thing, there was a lot of complaints on there. I can't believe I paid $70 for this and that.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, because of the ending. Yeah, because of how it ended. Yeah.
So, well, yeah, and the fight went, okay, so the fight goes 3 rounds, and it just started the 3rd round, and they fought to a no contest. The bout was stopped in the 3rd round. The first 2 rounds, I tell you what, man, it had some good action.
It did.
Tszyu was getting the better of him for sure. But they had some good back and forth. Michael Zerafa hung in there, and he was giving it just as good as he was getting. I think he was doing pretty well. They were both doing pretty well.
Yeah,
got to give the edge to Tszyu in those first couple rounds, though. I mean, it just is.
Yeah.
In the 2nd round, they clashed heads. Sometime in that 2nd round, and there was like a small cut. I mean, it was a small one, but it was on the eyelid of Michael Zerafa. The ref called time, man. He brought the doctor in right at the start of the 3rd round, at which point Zerafa, he looked at the doctor and said, "I can't see." Which, Beeb, you know as well as I do, and that guy has some professional fights as well. He's got quite a few big-time fights. Zerafa does, and so does Tszyu. That's the one thing that you never say if you want that fight to go on.
That's right.
That's an automatic cancellation, because if you can't see, the fight's automatically over. There's no doctor is going to let that fight go on. And so that was it. They stopped it. And then Zerafa, you can see him right afterwards kind of doing this and throwing a little bit of a tantrum because the fight was stopped. Well, that's what he said. And then, so it's like, what's going on, man? So that's all, like I said, man, that's all the doctor needs to hear. Everyone was stunned. I mean, the whole crowd was stunned. Even Tszyu, this is the best, is that Nikita Tszyu, after the fight, went up to him, and they shook hands and everything, and they were kind of talking back and forth, and he said, you could see him say, like, what happened, And he looked at his eye, and Tszyu just kind of, like, looked at his eye and just kind of did one of these, like, what? Like that, what? And I think everybody else kind of did the same thing, And, I mean, they were booing him mercilessly, man. It really was.
Yeah.
And did you see the cut, Beeb? I mean, it didn't look, listen, I'm not in there taking the shots.
I'm not taking the punches either. I mean,
saying.
you like to get on these guys. You like to use the Q word a lot on these guys.
Well, I'm just saying, you did call him a quitter.
Never.
I got it right here.
Never. I give them all the benefit of the doubt.
I got it right here on my text.
Never.
Beeb, you said Zerafa is a quitter.
Never. Oh. But that crowd was not happy at all. And
no, they weren't happy.
They were perplexed in their seats, sitting there saying, what happened? And again, they're used to seeing, like, in the case of Tim Tszyu, he had his whole face covered in blood because that cut was so bad on the top of his head. And if anyone could say they couldn't see, it was him. And I remember Pavel Wallach, when I'm trying to remember, he fought Delvin Rodriguez. That was a while back. Yeah. And his eye looked like a softball.
Oh, and that big hematoma.
Yeah. And the ref was holding up, the fight doctor was holding up fingers. And he admittedly said, I was just guessing.
Yeah.
I couldn't see. And he He went the full 12. God bless him. I mean, that guy had probably one of the worst swollen eyes I've ever seen. So again, we
Yeah, it
look
was
at
a
these
bad one.
guys. We look at these guys, and we see how other fighters react in similar situations, and then we make the comparison, to what we saw in Zerafa, and we've seen a lot of fighters with worse go on,
Yeah.
so we have the data,
I
and
mean,
we have the empirical data, and we have the history to look at.
And I mean, listen, I've seen people, like I said, with worse cuts go forward. And not to question Zerafa. I mean, he said he couldn't see, but then he said he could see. He said he was blurry, but he can go on. That's what he told him. So they interviewed him after. This was the best part, is that they interviewed him afterward, right in the center of the ring, man. And the interviewer said, "What did you say to the doctor? What happened?" And he said, I told him my vision was blurry, but I was okay. I can go on. They got him on camera saying, "I can't see."
Yeah, he lied.
Clear as day.
He lied.
Yeah, no, he lied. Yeah, and I mean, come on, man. Like, really?
He was not being honest.
No, like, right in 4K, we got you. We got you saying, "I can't see."
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, and then you see Tim Tszyu. He went over to Tim Tszyu, the brother of Nikita, and he put his hand out. Tim Tszyu was like, "I don't want to shake your fucking hand." He goes, "What do you mean you couldn't see?" He goes, "I fought 12 rounds not being able to see." Right? That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that cut he had against Fondora, man, that was a rough one, man.
Yeah.
And then Kostya Tszyu, I believe they interviewed Kostya Tszyu. I saw an interview with Kostya Tszyu.
Yeah.
Called him a coward, son.
Yeah.
Straight
and
called him a coward.
Think about this, right? Nikita Tszyu only has 11 fights. Got 9 knockouts in 11 fights. And Zerafa's got like 39 fights. He's the veteran in this contest. And it was crazy how he was the one that looked like he was out of his depth here, right?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, I don't know, man. That was a wild one, though. I mean, for you to get caught on camera, like you know that. I tell you what, man, they got so many they're not going to miss anything. You know what I mean? Those cameras aren't going to miss it, and they got you mic'd up. Especially when the doctor's looking at you, cameras are right there. Everybody's mic'd up, talking about I can't see. Of course you can't. Okay, then you can't see. Then you can't go forward. And every boxer knows that's the magic bullet. If you don't want the fight to go on, that's the magic bullet.
You know what's funny too?
The size of the cut, though, is what gets me. And I believe it was on the eyelid. Okay. I believe it was on the eyelid, but it was so small. And when he came out for the third round, it wasn't even bleeding.
I'll tell you what I'm thinking. He didn't like where that cut was, because a lot of times when you have the cut in there, even though it's small in the beginning, those things tear open quick. And he's sitting there saying, if I continue on and this cut gets worse, it's going to be a problem for me.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking he was thinking. It also reminds me of the fight. I like bringing up these old fights and comparing them to to these similar situations. And Bernard Hopkins, when he fought Chad Dawson, Bernard Hopkins throws a right hand and Chad Dawson ducks. Bernard Hopkins climbs up on his back and stuff, really tries to oversell it. So he's leaning on like Chad Dawson's back, like putting all his weight on him. So Chad Dawson lifts himself up and he flips Bernard Hopkins off him. What the fuck is he supposed to do? Carry the guy around the ring, give him a piggyback, right?
Yeah.
So then Hopkins falls. He lands on his side first. Then he rolls on his hip, and then his elbow hits the canvas. He's trying to say that like he popped his shoulder out, right?
Right.
And the doctor goes, "Hey, can you continue?" He goes, what do you mean, with one arm? With one arm? Basically saying like my arm's fucked up. And then he did the same thing. Like he wanted to continue too, but the ref stopped it. Again, Hopkins is a legend. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But he would pull this shit every now and then too. He would get hit, and then he would like double over and act like he got hit low when he didn't get hit low, just so he could buy time. we know how the game is played. But again, we're not in there taking the shots, as you said.
Right.
But we see how other guys react when they're in similar situations, and
that was surprising. That was
a surprise.
Right, see. And again, there was no blood coming down. Like I said, when he started that second round, it's not like it was dripping. You know how you get those cuts like above your eye or on the side, and it just comes down. You know what I mean? Or on the forehead, it comes down. This wasn't doing anything, you know?
And it was just like the Holly Holm fight when she had that cut, and it was like kind of up here, and it didn't even look bad, but the ref just stopped it, and she was really pissed. I mean,
that's what the guy told him. He said, "Look, man," he said, "it hasn't gone 4 rounds. If it stops right now, it hasn't gone 4 rounds. It'll be a no contest."
Yeah.
He says, "Okay," and he said that okay real quick, man. He was like, "I can't see."
He was concerned that cut was going to get worse as the fight wore on, and it wasn't a bad spot in the eyelid, because those things, like I said, those things tear open. All you got to do is just keep hitting it, and it's just going to keep tearing and tearing and tearing wider and wider. So those cuts can get nasty over the course of a 12-round fight, no doubt about it. But he didn't even want to try and see if he could, I don't know, maybe not get hit there, so it didn't get worse. He just was like, nah,
he was just like, he just bought out.
This guy's
son.
This guy's getting to me a little bit more than I want him to, and these punches are kind of hurting too. This isn't just a run of the mill 11-0 fighter. This is a serious guy I got in front of me. Let me just quit while I'm ahead and cut my losses. You know,
all the trash he talked before the fight too. That was the worst, man, because they were at each other's throats.
He's a big time shit talker too, man. Like he gets bro. It's one thing trying to promote a fight, talking shit.
Yeah.
This guy gets nasty, man. He gets fucking nasty.
That's insane, dude. And then whatchamacallit, Paulie Malignaggi hates that dude. I mean, he's always said that guy was a quitter and this and that. I can't wait to hear his commentary on this, man, because that was bad. That really was bad, man.
And you know me, I like to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. You're the one that's really giving these guys a lot of stick. I give them all the benefit of the doubt. I know. You're ready to throw these guys in the trash.
I'm usually the one ready to throw.
You and Robbie want to get rid of them as soon as
Robbie especially.
You're telling them to go get a job at Costco after one bad performance. I mean, that's not what I do. That's not what I do, man. You got to give these guys a couple chances.
Will you give this guy another chance?
Well,
if you're a promoter, let me ask you this though, because this is an interesting question.
It doesn't matter if I'm going to give him another chance. I'm not the guy.
I agree. But let's role play here. If you're a promoter, do you give this guy? I mean, because that was he had a whole bunch of people watching that fight, pay-per-view fight, and he bought out like that. No. You know what I mean? Like, what?
No, you're not going to give this guy another chance.
No.
I mean, this guy, he lost to Jeff Horn. Got and he got stopped by Arislandi Lara. So he's had a couple chances already.
Right.
And now you got another chance, a guy who's 11-0, and obviously the guy's got the name Tszyu, the big name.
It's a big name in Australia. You're going to sell out places in Australia.
So that was a big fight based off of the Tszyu name with all the. And Nikita is a good fighter. He's a very exciting fighter. He's got a lot of heart. He's very aggressive, very explosive. Heavy-handed, good puncher, quick kid.
You want to see more of him.
You want to see more of him.
This is a tough one to swallow, man, though.
I was disappointed all around.
Yeah. That's the thing, man. It is. It's like one of those things.
Let's get that right down.
Shout out to Big Texan. Thank you so much.
Please. Get the new year off to a good start.
$70 for that, by the way. $70 for that. 70.
No bueno.
No bueno. No bien. All right. And that was on, it was on, what is it, main event?
Yeah. Yeah, they have
event.
That. In Australia, that's their broadcaster.
I gotcha. And it was on Fox Sports Australia, too.
Fox Sports Australia, absolutely.
That's the one I caught it on. DAZN. Raul Curiel versus Jordan Panthen. By the way, this was kind of a pay-per-view too, because you pay some crazy. What are you guys paying for DAZN, really? Like, what is $40 a month?
I think the UK people pay about $40 a month, if I'm not mistaken, because when you do the conversion, the conversion from pounds to dollars, I think the Canadians pay less than us too here in the United States, but it's not as low as what the people in the UK pay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, and we talked about this. DAZN is in the hole for $936 million. At one point they were down 1.4 trillion, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, 1.4 billion, not trillion.
Well, I tell you what, man,
they might as well be down 1.4 trillion. No, but they were down 1.4
imagine
billion
being in debt that much.
Yeah, now they're in the hole for 936 million. So this is what you would call in the stock market a growth company, meaning people keep investing in this company thinking that they're going to get earnings down the road.
Right.
And we're 8 years in now, and it seems to me, now that you got Paramount Plus in the mix, you already have Netflix in there for some of those premium events as well.
Yeah.
They got some competition
but
here.
Even their big package is what, $50?
Yeah.
Get out of here, man. Does that include pay-per-views, by the way?
That one includes pay-per-views, but once again, are all these fights that are labeled pay-per-views really justified to be pay-per-views?
Exactly. Did Robbie buy that package?
No, he's waiting because he wants to wait for the his subscription to expire because he can't pay. I told him, I said, if you pay for the year up front, you know they'll just add to your time, right? Your membership. And he's like, no, I can't do that because it's a big chunk for me, right? So he's going to end up paying more a month because he's going to do the month to month. And again, I'm not trying to, not everyone can afford the $450 up front. That's going to be a problem for a lot of people. $450 is like a car payment for some people.
Oh, sure.
So if they, what are they going to do? Like, not everyone can do
$450 is cheaper than my car. Or $450 is more expensive than my car payment. So yeah.
So again, not everyone's going to be able to foot the bill for $450 up front. That's a big chunk for a lot of people.
It is. It's not chump change, man.
So, I'm curious to see how this whole thing plays out because already a lot of people in America, I know, anecdotally, just speaking to people I know, have canceled their DAZN subscription. And a lot of them aren't really too keen on getting this premium package either. That
premium package is terrible, son.
Yeah, what is it? DAZN Ultra or something? Whatever the hell they're calling it.
Who cares? And you get these Curiel versus Panthen. And Curiel wins 97-93 choice and 98-92 unanimous decision over Panthen. He was a late replacement for Alexis Roca. That was still not a great fight. You know what I mean? So it was like, what, you guys replaced him with Curiel. It's like, come on, man. That's not pay-per-view worthy. It's not pay worthy.
Yeah.
And it'd be different if you were giving us but this is the kind of, it's more of this than anything else of what you pay for. More fights like this that nobody's really that interested in.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And that was the action for the weekend. All right, let's go to the schedule here. See the upcoming fights. Let's see here. We got quite a few here. Long Beach, California, January 23rd. Leonardo Rubalcaba versus Joseph Rivas, 8 rounds junior welterweights. That's on DAZN. Jose Tito Sanchez. Who's promoting? Is this got to be a Golden Boy? Who is this?
I mean,
Jose Tito Sanchez versus Jesus Ramirez Rubio. Who's promoting this, man? Come on, that's DAZN, of course.
These are these cards, right?
Yep.
Meanwhile, you can watch the TKO boxing with similar cards that you're going to be paying what, $8 a month for?
$8, yeah.
$5 a month, $8 a month, and you're not just
Plus
getting
Paramount.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. You get the entire Paramount package.
But you're also getting UFC, you're getting boxing, and you're getting the movies. You're getting Tulsa King. You're getting Robbie's favorite show, Tulsa King.
Tulsa King. Yeah. January 23rd, Las Vegas on Paramount Plus. The opening of Zuffa Boxing here. Zuffa TKO Boxing. I think it's Zuffa Boxing now. I think that's what they kind of went with.
Yeah, I think they're calling it Zuffa Boxing, but yeah.
Zuffa is Italian for scrap, I think. It's just like a scrap fight, scrap.
Yeah.
Callum Walsh versus Carlos Ocampo headlines. 10 rounds, junior middleweights. Not bad, but I expect, and this is going to be in the Apex.
The Apex, yeah.
The UFC Apex.
Yeah.
I expected a little bit more from their first card, but
Me
they
too.
didn't build their first card as Canelo Crawford.
Yeah.
I get it, but I was expecting a little bit more. Maceo Rodriguez versus Austin Dienda, 10 rounds middleweights. Kane Sandoval versus Julian Rodriguez, 10 rounds junior welterweights. Floyd Diaz on that card versus Guillermo Gutierrez, 8 rounds bantamweights. So not crazy. I mean, I'll watch it because I'm real curious about it. So
I'll watch it out of curiosity.
Watch it for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how the production looks.
I tell you what, the intros and everything that they've done, the teasers and everything, look great. So
I think Max Kellerman's probably going to be a commentator for that. I think you're going to see.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I believe so too.
Yeah.
January 24th, Las Vegas, DAZN, Raymond Muratalla versus Andy Cruz, 12 rounds for Muratalla's IBF lightweight title. That's a good fight.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Khalil Ko versus Jesse Hart. Jesse Hart's still around?
He's still around. God bless him.
Wow. 10 rounds, light heavyweights. Israel Madrimov versus Luis David Salazar, 10 rounds middleweights. Listen, man, Madrimov is always a tough out. But he's lost his last 2, right?
Yeah. He's
in Crawford, right?
He's on the slide, yeah. He lost
yeah, he's kind of on the slide. So it'll be interesting to see. I think, because this to me, it feels like a setup fight for him. You know what I mean? A get-back fight.
Get-back fight, yeah.
I'm curious to see how he's going to look in this fight.
And then he's moving up to him and Bohachuk are both moving up to 160. So that's interesting, right?
Yeah, because and this one is a middleweight fight. So he's already there,
Yeah,
so it'll be interesting to see how he looks. Hopefully he looks good, and hopefully it's
Yeah, I think he was in rough shape in that Ortiz fight. He had a couple injuries, and I know people don't like to hear the excuses after the fight, but immediately after the fight, he was out for a while, and he got surgery. He got surgery on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Yes, he had the flu too, and I still had the fight a draw. To be honest, most people had Ortiz winning that fight, which is understandable.
I had Ortiz winning that fight.
Yeah, I thought that fight was razor close. I mean,
I thought the Crawford fight was razor close.
Yeah, like I said, this guy is
Styles,
he's not an easy fight for anybody. This guy, no one's going to walk through him, in my opinion.
No, no, I don't believe so either.
Not at all.
I don't believe so either. And then let me see here. Let me get and then the following week, we got the Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson fight, 12 rounds for Lopez's WBO junior welterweight title. That's a good card, man.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis and Jermaine Ortiz on that card. Carlos Adames versus Austin Williams, Bruce Shushu Carrington versus Carlos Castro. Big Baby Miller, the other big baby, Gerald Miller versus Kingsley Ibe. That's good, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, awesome.
There's a couple decent shows mixed in there with some of the not so decent shows, but it's just not. We're not getting. Again, we're not looking for like Canelo Crawford every time out, but we want to see somewhat decent cards too. We don't want to see these squash matches, as you like to call them.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, and this is interesting too. This is real interesting. On January 31st in San Juan, Puerto Rico, Xander Zayas is facing Basbar Barao, 12 rounds for Zayas' WBO middleweight and Barao's WBO.
Unification.
There's no TV on it.
It's going to be on Facebook Live, probably. That's a shame, isn't it?
Oh my God! Tell me
what a shame!
Come on, don't tell me that.
Now we're hearing that Golden Boy.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick before you get on with that. Isn't that breach? Is that a breach of contract?
Well, I'd have to see the literature in some of these contracts.
Yeah, I mean for sure. But you have no network deal. You're fighting on the internet, son.
Yeah. Well,
what are you doing?
Here's the thing: if they're being paid what they were supposed to be getting paid, and they're fighting the amount of times that they're promised that they're supposed to be fighting, if their contract says they have to be given,
making money on this, putting it on Facebook Live.
The promoter's probably taking a bath, but
it has to be, right?
But if you're the fighter and your financial requirements are being met, and you're getting the fights that you were promised for the year, like some of these guys are promised at least two fights a year. If that's being taken care of and they're following that and it's being adhered to, then who gives a fuck? I'm sure they can give two shits about the promoter. Like if you don't pay me what the contract says you're supposed to pay me, and you don't give me the fights that you're supposed to give me, and and you don't keep me active, then we're gonna have a breach, and then that's when the lawyers come in and things get ugly.
Yeah, this is interesting. Alex Bellotti says that rumors are the Golden Boy are out of DAZN. We'll talk about this in a few minutes.
Sure.
And Top Rank is replacing them.
That's
Great, but Top Rank's over here fighting on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got a new guy coming in, posting on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's going to have fights on YouTube.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a few minutes also.
Yeah.
Let's get to the news and rumors. First and foremost here, train wreck of the week. An arrest warrant issued for Tank Davis. I don't know about you, B, but I, for one, am shocked. I mean, Tank Davis never seemed like that kind of guy to me. I mean, to get in trouble, he always seemed so clean cut and everything like that. So this came out of left field, right? The incident reportedly occurred on October 27th. This is the same incident. And I thought it might have been a separate incident, but it wasn't. This is the same incident. The Jake Paul fight that was pulled, this is why. All right? Yeah. So she's already slapped a civil lawsuit on this dude. And now the law is going after him. Now he's going to
I told you eventually. What did I say? I said once they start compiling enough evidence, I said the state's going to go after this guy. I said it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. And you remember the Rampage Jackson thing, the Rampage's son, where he beat up that dude in the wrestling.
That was ridiculous. That was insane.
And it took them weeks, literally weeks.
Because you got to get you got to compile the evidence. You got to get the statements. You got to look for as much footage as you can. If there's video footage.
And I'll tell you this. I mean, I saw that video, and I'm just like, what more do you need? Yeah. But apparently, it's a lot more because that case has to go to the DA. You charge somebody criminally, that case goes to the DA. They got to have the evidence.
That's right.
And I mean,
nobody wants to look stupid when they put a case before a judge. They don't want to.
Hey, listen, man, them judges. I tell you what, man, them judges don't mess around.
No, they don't.
Because they're dealing with two lawyers here that have been here before and everything like that. They don't take any nonsense, man.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Everyone thinks the federal district courts are rough. Those state superior courts are not nice. They're not nice either.
No. They're forceful, man. They don't mess around. The ex-girlfriend is Courtney Russell, who's at the center of all this, who was a victim in all this. Apparently, Tank Davis attacked her in a secure area of the club, lacking surveillance. She was a VIP cocktail server. Listen, I don't know what kind of club. I don't know what club, but I think it took place early, in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was
early. So you can kind of draw your own conclusion, take a guess what kind of club it is. I don't know.
Okay.
She claims that Davis forcefully grabbed her by the back of the neck and the head, restraining her by the throat, dragging her through various parts of the establishment, including the stairwell, kitchen, and parking area. The assault left her with visible bruising on her left arm before she was released to coworkers. Police reviewed the surveillance footage, and it partially corroborates Russell's account. So it's her and Davis, I guess, had a relationship for about 5 months, and it ended like a month before this even happened. So why they were still, I don't know. I don't know why he would do this, but whatever. Sick. So anyway. Yeah, this came just weeks before the Jake Paul fight, and now he's going to fight Joshua. But the arrest warrant is out, and he's been named. So, Eric Gomez said gentlemen's clubs. That's what I'm thinking, too.
Yeah, it's like the Foxy lady up here in Providence.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, Cheetahs.
Cheetahs, I know about Cheetahs. I don't know about the Foxy lady.
The Squire, we have the place called the Squire in Revere, real nice place.
The Squire. We have Deja Vu in Ohio, It's all good.
Golden Banana.
That's right. I love how we say gentlemen's clubs, and you and I could just name them like that, I don't know nothing about them. I don't know nothing about them. I swear. It's not me. Not me. Beam knows the club's Foxy lady. There you go. A
45-minute drive, man. It's in Providence, man.
Beam said it was worth every minute of the drive. So Tank's already gotten house arrest for 90 days. He's also got a slew of charges, that in the past, and he's got the house arrest in the past and everything like that. He's going to do time for this. I believe he'll do time. What do you think?
He's got to do time this time because
How many times can you get charged with assault and not do any real time?
Yeah. And Mayweather went behind bars for 2 months, right?
Yeah, I think it was 2 months, 2 or 3 months, something like that.
Yeah. So
where he was complaining he wasn't getting the proper nutrition, so they wanted a house arrest, and that guy just laughed at him.
Yeah. No. You're going in, kid. You're going in.
Listen, you got to respect the lawyer's hustle, though, because because he knew when he went up in front of that judge, he was going to get shot down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do? I mean, and Tank's what, 31? Tank's 31, bro.
This guy is a mess, bro.
And he's going to do some time. And I mean, yeah, Eric Corey, he's got it right. He just can't stop committing these domestic stuff.
So he has yet to turn himself in. Is that the case?
Yeah. And you remember when the coach, I think the coach, his trainer, Tank's trainer,
Calvin Ford
wanted him. He says, okay, because he violated it or something, like violated.
He was staying at Calvin Ford's house when he wasn't supposed to be staying at Calvin Ford's house.
And they wanted him to stay there because he'll stay on the straight and narrow there. Dude, like, come on, man. No. Like, this kid, he's not a 5-year-old.
No, he's not a child, man.
If you can't control yourself, then you need to be inside.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
Yeah.
And this happened in Miami.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You live in Baltimore, son.
Yeah, that's the worst place in the world to do something wrong because the cops do not play there. They have itchy trigger fingers down there. They want you to do something wrong.
Oh yeah, but it's a high party area.
Yeah,
you're gonna. I mean, if you're an athlete and if you're Tank Davis, stay away from there. Stay as far away from Miami and like Las Vegas. Just go there for fights. That's it. I mean, just go there to participate in the fight and come home. That's it.
Yeah, because this guy, he just isn't good in these types of situations, in these environments. He just doesn't do well.
No, so that's the thing, man. It's just like, gosh, he can't get out of his own way.
No, he can't.
Right?
He can't.
Let's bring Robert on here. See what he says.
Speaking of someone who's had a few DV cases on him, what do you make of this, Robbie?
Congratulations, Joe, for your New England Patriots.
The Patriots.
What happened to Eric's team, the Bengals?
The Bengals.
And my team and Eric's team were in the garbage cans because we didn't make the playoffs.
We got high draft picks though, Robbie. Remember that.
Yeah, I've got the number 1 pick, Eric, and it's going to be Fernando Mendoza. You can watch him on Monday night.
Oh man,
Indiana's going to beat Miami.
Yeah, what do you think about that? You think they're going to roll Miami?
Yeah, they're going to roll Miami.
He said that with so much confidence, like, oh yeah.
Yep, I get to see my future quarterback have one hell of a game.
Let me ask you this: if Indiana beats Miami and they go 16-0, are they the best college football team ever?
I would have to think so.
Right? There's nobody going to mess with. Yeah, you can't mess with that.
You got to be in the conversation, no?
Yeah, if not,
It's just like, remember when the Patriots went undefeated during the regular season? They won all the playoff games, but they lost to the Super Bowl, so they won't be remembered for being an undefeated team because they lost in the ultimate game.
Who wins the Super Bowl this year, Robert? Who wins the Super Bowl?
Well, I think the Rams are going to beat the Bears because of their playoff experience. And I think New England will roll Denver because Denver now has to use their backup quarterback. Their starting quarterback broke his ankle yesterday and will not play next week.
You know what would be great? Wouldn't it be great if Denver got Flacco? If they got Joe Flacco in there?
Hey, he's played for everybody else. But,
yeah, I know, right?
No, yeah. But no, I think it's going to be New England and the Rams. I think the Rams are going to beat the Bears, and I think they're going to beat Seattle next week.
New England has no shot at winning the Super Bowl, huh, Robbie?
What did you say? You think the Rams are going to win?
Yeah, My brother
Yeah.
doesn't think. My brother doesn't
I think
think.
I think the Rams will win today, and I think they'll beat Seattle next week.
Dude, Seattle is going to roll whoever plays next week. They haven't allowed a touchdown in like 8 quarters.
No, I know, but the Rams and Seattle have played 2 very competitive games this year. So that's why I want the Rams to win today, because if Chicago goes in there with their lack of playoff experience, Seattle will kill the Bears. I want to see the experienced team go into Seattle, not the inexperienced team go into Seattle. So, but let me get on this boxing thing.
Did you watch the Zerafa fight?
Absolutely not. No, and I didn't even know about it, to be honest with you.
All right, before you get started, I got 2 things, real quick. 2 things, guys.
Okay.
If you guys like what we're doing, man, hit the subscribe button, like and subscribe. It really helps us out in the algorithms and everything like that. So please like and subscribe to the channel. Beeb does videos. We do the videos every Sunday. Beeb does them throughout the week when there's news. So definitely like and subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost a thing. And this Sunday, not next Sunday, Beeb, this Sunday. Yeah, I know how your calendar works, son. Sunday, we will do our tribute to England.
The UK show.
A UK show. Get ready. 12 p.m. Eastern time next Sunday. There you go. Robert, you're live.
Yeah, we do 2 UK shows a year for the championship game.
Don't tell it.
Robbie, we already explained it to him. Get back to the box. Stay on topic, please.
Yeah. Anyway, but let me get to the fights here.
Get to it.
As far as DAZN is concerned, I know you're going to talk about this in a few minutes, but they are completely within their rights to tell Golden Boy to take a hike.
Oh, that's not
Golden
nice.
Boy does not want to give them the Ortiz boots fight, and that's what DAZN wants.
Why? Why won't they give him that, Robert? Why?
Because Oscar De La Hoya is a dick, and he wants more money for Ortiz.
Easy.
Oh, language.
Look, if you watch his documentary, the guy's a scumbag. So come on.
You're a stretch. That's not
Give me a
nice.
break.
That's not very nice.
You know. Well, Eric, you watched the documentary and you agree with me.
Really,
No, don't put me in that. Don't paint me with that brush.
I have to agree with Robbie. That guy is not a bastion of morality, please.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. I mean, come on. But no, DAZN is within their rights to tell Golden Boy, you're not going to give us the fight we want. You're not going to have any more shows on our platform.
Why isn't he delivering the boots fight? Why isn't he delivering that?
I don't think he thinks.
He's trying to squeeze more money out of somebody.
60-40. 60-40 is, and it's listen, man.
I don't think Oscar believes Ortiz can win that fight.
I don't think he does. Let's talk about that for a minute, okay? Let me come back. Let's see here. So, Vergil Ortiz is requesting termination. Let me catch everybody up here, since Robbie decided to jump topics here. Vergil Ortiz is requesting termination of his promotional contract with Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions. He's suing for breach of contract, interference with economic advantage after failed negotiations with Jaron Boots Ennis. The lawsuit was filed with District Court in Nevada on Thursday, and the same guy, the worst part about all this is that the same guy, the same lawyer who represented Canelo is now representing Ortiz, and he lost.
Oscar.
So, Golden Boy shot back with a presser, and he says, we're aware of the lawsuit. Unfortunately, Vergil is getting bad advice from his lawyer and his manager who have repeatedly violated the contract. We'll aggressively defend the lawsuit and enforce our rights. We are confident the judge will agree that our contract is valid and Vergil and his team are in breach. Another good point was brought up about this, right? And the point is this. Oscar does this thing, Clapback Thursday. Everybody's seen it, where he just trashes everybody. And he's merciless on there. I mean, he really does. He trashes everybody on there, right? And I got to think that, people are not going to want to work with him if they have other options.
He burns a lot of bridges. And that was, And again, it's a lot
And
of
I
it is
think
just obnoxious bullshit too.
that's all it is, And I think that it does more harm than good when it comes to
100%,
business.
100%.
And let's face it, on those segments, he promotes himself, not his fighters.
He's just making
No,
an ass of himself.
if I was
Yeah.
a fighter, if I was a fighter with that company, I'd be leaving that company as fast as I possibly could.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, none of his fighters get the big fights that they're supposed to get. How Zurdo got selected to fight B-Ball, I'm shocked that he was actually allowed to take that fight, because Oscar does everything he can to avoid his fighters getting an important fight. Now, yes, Ryan Garcia is going to be able to fight Barrios, but Barrios is not big money.
Just stay on topic. Just stay on topic.
Yeah, So, it just blows me away about how he does his business compared to other promoters. And I don't have an explanation, for example, for Top Rank. They haven't had a TV deal since July. I don't understand what's going on there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, man. Easy, I didn't even know that. He says, you see, Canelo is lurking on signing Ortiz Jr. to his new promotion.
That's what they're saying.
That's possibility too. That's
been floated out there too.
Yeah.
I don't know how true it is.
Yeah. So, and Ryan Garcia, Mario Barrios set for February 21st in Las Vegas. It was announced this week. But again, Ryan Garcia wants out of that too.
Yeah. I was saying to myself, because again, I know you have no faith in Mario Barrios.
No.
But
none.
I don't have a lot of faith in Ryan Garcia either.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
If you got to put $100 on that fight, you're going to put $100 on that fight. No options. You have to pick one of the other fighters. Who are you taking? Thank you.
I'd probably take Ryan, but
there you go.
Say I had to bet my life on it, right?
All right.
And I took Ryan. I would probably, be calling a probate lawyer, because I'm not confident in Ryan either. There's always something.
But here it goes though. If I give you $100,
yeah,
almost like the gun to your head thing. If I give you $100 and I tell you you're going to bet on one of these two guys, who are you going to put that money on? You put it on Ryan.
Reluctantly, Ryan. Yeah.
Right. Because who doesn't show up with the lights on?
I'm putting it on Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm putting it on Ryan.
Well, absolutely.
But once again,
all right, Robert, we're going to put you back on the queue. So hold on one second.
All right.
But once again, he's got another big fight.
Yeah.
And instead of focusing on getting prepared for the fight, he wants to beef with his promoter. So I'm like the guy, and then I'm watching him train, and he's playing around, and like,
I love Crazy Ryan. I don't care what you say. Crazy Ryan wins fights.
Okay.
He does.
We'll see
Crazy Ryan wins fights.
Yeah. I just don't have a ton of faith in this guy.
Speaking about not having a ton of faith in somebody, 410 Baltimore, where I am king. You're live.
This is the
Anytime
time of the show
today.
where I take over.
Anytime today you want to get started, please.
Put the cigarettes down and let's go.
This is where I take over and your mouth closes, okay? First off, Robbie, 5 times out of 10, ain't saying nothing. Not saying nothing. I mean, he's a solid waste of time usually. I know he's your go-to, but he's a solid waste of time. Secondly,
this call has been a solid waste of time so far. Get to the point. Come on.
Airing at 6 o'clock on a Sunday evening is the worst time slot that you could possibly pick after dinner on Sunday. This is why you have 500 shows and 7 likes. Thirdly,
do you have anything to say? So far, you're talking about us.
Right now.
You're talking about us. It's
such
interesting.
It's such a bad time, but yet he shows up every week.
News to cover.
He shows up every week.
News to cover, and you're talking about me. That's what you called to say. Listen, I'm flattered. I'm very flattered.
Yeah.
Please.
Yep. Trying to help you. Thirdly,
please don't. Because if I need your help, let me tell you what. If I need your help, I know I'm in trouble. Go ahead.
Look at your likes and your viewership, and you'll realize
look at
you need
yours.
some help.
You have to envy ours.
I
you
don't have
nothing.
A YouTube show.
Right? You don't.
I could start a YouTube
so
show
then
tonight
shut up
and
and
get
talk.
more views than you. More views. I'm talking.
Sure.
If you
Yeah, you're going to get more views than
You
that.
don't
You
Yeah.
had a
like what I'm
YouTube
saying.
channel. You would
You
get
got a YouTube
negative.
channel?
You would get
don't-
negative views.
Don't like what
You
I'm
would get
saying
negative views if
because
you had a
the truth
YouTube
hurts.
channel
You
with that
see,
raspy,
what
with
you
that
report
raspy
on
voice of
at
yours.
Down
6 o'clock
bad.
in the evening is at least 24 hours old. Even though you call it boxing news, it's at least.
He's so corny, dude. He's not saying nothing. He's not saying a word. I got to go. We got to move on. We got to move, Beeb. I can't. What he's going to say? He's going to sit here and just, criticize us for what? We got all this news, Beeb. We're talking about Zerafa. We're talking about Golden Boy, top-ranked TV deals, Zuffa, and he's going to come on here and talk about likes.
You know what it is?
Shut up. Just shut
The
up.
people in the chat were gassing him
Fuck
up.
up.
The people in the chat were gassing him up because they were saying he was being very conciliatory to you last week. Like
He was on his knees last week. That's why now he's got to come back with it.
So now they're making fun of him for kissing ass last week. They're saying, "Oh, why were you kissing Eric's ass last week? What did he humble you?"
Right.
So now he wants to come back on trying to be a tough guy doing his Don Rickles routine. Fuck out of here.
Poor Jerry. All right, 718, New York. You're live.
What's going on, guys? How are you guys doing? Happy Sunday.
What's the word, man?
Let me ask you: Is this a bad time for you too, or are you going to be okay with this time, or what? You don't got like a manicure appointment or anything like that. That fucking weirdo in the chat.
No, guys. So let me point out a few things that it's almost kind of like the uncomfortable truth about the whole Vergil, Ortiz, and Boots Ennis, which a lot has to do more with Turkey al-Sheikh as opposed to Golden Boy. And a lot of it is the economics that a lot of us don't really understand. So Turkey came in and practically inflated the market, paying a whole shitload of money to fighters and inflated the market. I believe that Ortiz originally was offered $7 million to fight Boots originally when Boots was still at 147.
Yep. And
his manager and their party are still expecting the same amount of money. From my understanding, Turkey is, now that this league is kind of starting to operate, that money is going to slowly start disappearing now that league is operating, and the promoters are killing one another. You have practically, just as you mentioned, Top Rank doesn't have a network deal, probably is not going to get one, God knows, even though they do have the fighters. The Golden Boy, has an expiring contract, and PBC doesn't have one either. So the only one that has really a contract deal right now is Matchroom. Now, with everything that's going on and Turkey practically having a stronghold on everything, he can actually just rug pull that money out. He doesn't have to pay Ortiz or any of these fighters that now won $10 million and $50 million, like that money was flowing in. That stage is over. If you didn't take advantage when Turkey was actually throwing that money out there, is no longer there. And that's what that dispute is really about, because what they're offering Ortiz is about 3.5 or 3.2 million, something like that. But that money is no longer there. It's a basic fight. It's not a championship fight. Unfortunately, unfortunately, that money is no longer there.
It's no longer there, right? Turkey's not interested in the fight. Turkey hasn't come forward and been interested.
Now Turkey's shifted his attention to other things now. Like
he's got a whole promotion now.
He's not spreading himself thin anymore. Now he's starting to compartmentalize what's more important. And some of these guys, he's kicking to the curb. He's like, "Fuck you guys! I've already given you the a little bit of crumbs here. Now now you gotta show and prove."
What's more important is that it's not that Turkey doesn't want it, is that he doesn't have to anymore. He doesn't have to shell out that money that he was originally shelling out.
Right.
So at the end of the day, everybody's at his mercy, and it's either sink and swim for every promotional company. But that's my call, guys.
All right, man. So much. See, that was a call. He got on, got right to the point.
Substantive dialogue there.
Right.
You don't need people worrying about show.
Oh, you got
This
two
show-
like
This show's too late for me. I gotta take a
you
nap.
got 2 likes. Stop it. Fuck out of here. From the UK, I believe this might be Hamed. Let me check. UK, you're live.
Yes, guys. I just wanted to touch on this fight between like the Boots and Ortiz, like break it down. I know a lot of people would like now blame Golden Boy, and that's fair enough. I know Team Ortiz, because I think the majority of the blame does now fall, if not all of it, falls on that side, because Matchroom and Boots are now willing to make the fight. But I would like to just piggyback off the last caller. Like, he made some good points, but this was the thing for, I believe, was it October, or I can't remember the exact month, when Ortiz had to end up fighting Lubin and Boots chose to fight Lima. Turkey was still interested in the fight, and some people like keep giving Boots and his team a pass. Like the first time, I agree, you could, give him a pass because he chose to unify with Stanionis, and they were saying the goal was undisputed. But after that, I think once you choose to move up, you should have just made the fight, because now you've given Team Ortiz and them like a way out of the fight or whatever. Like now they also to blame. But when the fight was on the table, I think they should have taken it, because they ended up only having a 1-round blowout with Lima, which we really didn't learn anything. They didn't really get anything from that fight. I would probably envisage, and a lot of people would agree, that he's had like tougher sparring matches in the gym than that fight with Lima. And I'm not really too fussed. If the fight happens, cool. If it doesn't, I don't really like care too much, because we keep seeing this in boxing, like especially in North America, like in America, like fights that end up getting over marinated. But if Boots was to fight Bakram, because they're both now, I think, fighting on DAZN. Bakram's going to fight Josh Kelly. If he beats Josh Kelly and that happens, and say Vergil Ortiz goes another direction to fight Pandora, would you guys be okay with those fights? Because I don't think that's a bad resolution.
I don't want to see that fight. That's the thing is, they've hyped this fight. Yeah. They've already hyped it. And so when this fight doesn't happen, you got your arms in the air like, come on, man. Like, the fight's right there. Both guys want to fight. Ortiz wants to fight.
I agree, but it's not a title fight. And they keep messing it up either one side or the other. I don't care anymore. Like, if it happens, cool. Like, but I'm not gonna go on my way to clamor for this fight. Like, because they're gonna put it on pay-per-view. I don't think it's really even a pay-per-view.
It's not Pacquiao Mayweather, and for that matter, it's not Crawford Canelo. It's not.
It's an HBO fight.
Yeah, it's still an HBO fight. It's gonna be on pay-per-view. But with all due respect to both men, people like Eric and myself who've been watching the sport for years, we've seen these caliber of fights be on HBO and sometimes even Showtime. So, it is what it is.
There you go.
So we'll end up like Juan Manuel Lopez and Yuriorkis Gamboa. Is that do you think that's the direction this fight will end up going?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see it. It's got to shake out, because now they're suing. So when lawsuits come in, man, he could be on the shelf for a minute now. You remember what happened to Andre Ward? You remember what happened to, there's a lot of fighters.
Mikey Garcia
especially, yeah. So that's really what we got to wait for
Oscar
now.
Didn't help himself.
No.
Oscar didn't help himself. So with the situation with Turkey, and now Turkey's not interested. But that's all my call is. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah. That's another guy who Oscar's kind of been at odds with, is Turki Al-Sheikh. Why the hell are you going to be at odds with that?
Right. You're the money man. That's what you want to be at odds with?
That guy has access to close to $1 trillion with that PIF fund in Saudi.
Yeah. So right.
Public investment fund over there.
By the way, Hamed calls from the UK.
He does.
It's midnight in the UK. So anybody from the UK watches the show, man, thank you so much. Anybody who watches the show, thank you so much. But in the UK, they stay up, and man, it's just that's
Hamed's not complaining about the time, and you got this idiot who can't even stay awake past 6 o'clock to watch the show.
Right. You know,
go get a glass of milk and eat some animal crackers, you pussy.
All right, let's see here. We talked about Barrios and Garcia, and somebody said Ryan, and I've heard this said that Ryan's last fight. This is his last fight with Golden Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that not according to Golden Boy.
Yeah.
All right. Golden Boy says De La Hoya says, oh, he's got quite a few time, a little bit more time left.
I'd love to see that contract.
Yeah, I would too.
I'd love to see that contract
because he wants out, and every star that he creates wants out. You know, and I told you that Clapback Thursday, it's funny, great, and everything like that. But come on,
I think it's kind of corny myself, but some people like it.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's a new one, man. Usyk and Wilder is, I guess, being talked about for July 11th in Frisco, right?
Yeah.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
It says here, Alexander, and we got this from ESPN, Alexander Usyk is being targeted by Ed Pereira, a CEO of a new events boxing company, IV Boxing. All right. Which plans a series of events this year to make him one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. Talking about Usyk here.
Sure.
Pereira announced on Friday that IV's events will be streamed on YouTube, and some will be free for the public to attend, including a boxing card in San Francisco July 11th, which aims to attract a record crowd of 136,000 people. That's a lofty goal, Beeb. No fights have been announced yet for the IVB events, which will feature top boxers signed to various promoters. So we got a new player in the game. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's real interesting, man.
These guys better be on their P's and Q's. Everyone's crying about the Muhammad Ali act. Well, guys better get on your game.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. The big one for Zuffa. Zuffa Boxing, of course, is going to debut next week at the Apex on January 23rd. Jai Opataya has just signed with Zuffa. That's a big fish.
Yeah.
Babe, that's a big fish, no?
Well, according to Eddie Hearn, these guys will never go to Zuffa. They want to become undisputed champions. The belts mean too much to them. Well, Jai Opataya's got an IBF title. He's going over there.
Right.
Doesn't seem to be too concerned about it.
Yeah, that's a big one. And I was shocked when I saw that. I really was.
Yeah.
Because he's a big up-and-coming fighter, already kind of established, but now this name recognition, you put his name in that big promotional machine over there with Paramount, UFC, and TKO, that whole thing. I mean, that's a big one.
I'm curious to see, what happens now if they sign guys like Jai Opataya who hold world titles. Will they bend a little bit with the whole we don't recognize?
They have to. They're going to have to.
Yeah. They're going to have to adapt as they go along here. I don't think they're going to be as rigid as advertised or as a lot of people think they are.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think they're going to know they can't be that rigid. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you one sanctioning body they probably won't deal with, and that's probably the WBC.
Yeah. No question.
They don't like him.
And that's fine. I mean, all the alphabet soups are bad.
I don't like them.
WBC is by far the worst.
They're the worst, in my opinion.
The WBA, by far the worst with ranking people that don't belong there.
Yep.
So there you go. Let's see here. Canelo Alvarez will return in September in a card that will be billed Mexico versus the world. It will be promoted by Canelo, and Turki Al-Sheikh is involved. But, pretty interesting. So he'll fight again. I don't expect it to be a crazy big fight, but who knows? Who knows?
We'll see.
This is interesting, Beeb, because these two weren't even fighting. Amado Vargas and Fernando Vargas Jr. get into a fight in a hotel lobby in Vegas. Video surfaced online of Fernando Vargas and his younger brother Amado brawling in the lobby of a Las Vegas hotel.
It's embarrassing.
The reason, I would say, the reason for the fight is not known, but speculation from a lot of fans is it's over a girl that one of them slept with. I guess one of them slept with the other's girlfriend. I don't know.
No bueno.
Yeah, not good. Not good, right? Yeah. So, and he was on that live. I think I sent you the live. Somebody was on.
Yeah, you were showing me that. I was like,
yeah.
What the fuck is this, man?
Crazy, right? They were fighting in the lobby, and then this guy calls up to somebody else who's doing a live or whatever and saying, oh, my brother disrespected me. That's why we got into it. It was never over a girl. Dude, just let it die. You know, I mean,
you don't fight your brother, man. That's not.
No.
Don't do that.
Ugh, that was bad. Muhammad Ali will be honored with a U.S. postage stamp, babe.
Nice.
He's going to be now featured on a commemorative U.S. Postal Stamp Service, one of those forever stamps. The stamp was unveiled during a ceremony in Louisville at the L&N Stadium on the University of Louisville's campus. Does anybody use stamps anymore?
You know, it's funny. People even pay they pay their mortgage and their rent online now too. People don't write checks anymore.
I can't even tell you the last time I mailed anything.
I don't write checks.
You know, I mean, packages are different. I mean, packages are different from Amazon and stuff. But like, I don't think I've never had I haven't used a stamp in years.
Yeah.
It's really literally been years.
I don't write checks. I mean, I just pay everything online, man.
There you go.
All my bills.
Well, when you're balling like me and Beeb, that's how we do it. You know, I mean, in the Beeb jet and everything like that.
I get the Beeb jet.
That's right. That's it.
Corporate office up here, man. Nice gym.
That's it. All right, guys, that'll do it for this edition of Ringside Reporter. Remember, next week, we're here at 12 p.m. on Sunday. As always, you can catch Joe Habib on X at jhabib1. Find our YouTube channel at ringsidereporter.com. And you can find me on X at ringside73. And guys, we will see you next week.